Renegade squad enters Crouching Tiger Mountain, a fortress built into a remnant of the Great Wall. Searching for their only clue, a Colonel Cumberbatch. As they do, they begin to notice that something is off. Among these things is that they're being watched. All right, folks, welcome back. And we have a surprise guest, or rather a returning guest. We have here, Scott has come back to us.
Hey, guys.
We're happy to have him back. He will be joining us for the conclusion of this season here. And we are glad to have him back again.
Thank you, team redundancy team. Something like
Do you guys remember where we left off?
We were in Crouching Tiger Mountain. We had just stopped by this where he's supposed to work. He's supposed to work in supply or something.
Yeah.
Talked to his assistant, I believe, and then we kind of left. Well, I might have done a little property damage. Yeah, that's it.
That's to be expected.
I was alone in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I think I somewhere else as well.
Discovered the signature maker's mark of my teacher in the eyes of somebody else.
Yes. So, I think I'm going to pick it up there with Carl Harris. You had just looked over a fairly recent cyberware implant of eye, and you saw sort of a not so much signature as far as like they actually put their maker or like mark on it. It's just the way it was done.
The way he does it.
Yeah. So yes, and you heard a voice behind you say, "Oh, that would be me."
Yes. I will turn around and try not to jump.
Okay.
Coolly turn around.
You turn around and see a fellow. Oh yes, that's something I need to do. I need to move you guys onto
The right map.
the right map.
That certainly helps.
So this map here is of Crouching Tiger Mountain. I got it off of Google Maps and put together several different images to make this whole map, and have edited it a bit from there. If you scroll down just a little ways, you'll see William Jackson, Solomon MacArthur, Red and Blue Squad at the supply depot. And a little bit further down, you'll see Carl Harris and a fellow that looks somewhat monk-like. He has dark hair that's not really too long, but it is somewhat longer, and it's swept back. He has a patch of white on the right side of the top of his head. And he does he just kind of reminds you, looks sort of maybe Chinese or Korean. There's a difference between the two, but you may not be familiar with it. And he's standing there with his hands sort of held before him, and just has sort of a kindly look on his face to some extent.
Okay.
He just read the name. That's why he was laughing. I figured.
And who are you?
Yes. Yes, that is Doctor Who.
Oh, jeez. I just realized what was going on now. I am very late to this party.
HQ, Doctor Who. Can I help you?
Oh, I was hoping I could make myself helpful. We had some wounded brought in.
I see. Then perhaps it would be time for me to plan my trade. And he kind of does like a clapping motion, rubs his hands a little together, and then kind of moves his fingers a bit to loosen them up, and then walks over to start looking at the patients. Make a judge intentions roll, please.
Yeah. One.
Yeah, this guy is hard to read. You're not really getting much from him, but he does seem to have a something of a clinical eye as he looks over the patients. And even just looking over him, like you see him occasionally put a hand here or say a word there, and it does like almost instantly bring comfort to the person. So he seems to have a pretty good bedside manner.
I'm gonna turn my cyberware scanner on him.
Okay. You are not detecting any active cyberware on him, but you are picking up some like sort of partial signals that you would get it from something that's deactive.
Does he have a Pip-Boy or anything on him?
Nope. His only actually, yeah, his only marking is like a patch on his robes that he's wearing that labels him as Doctor Who. H. Kerrigan hasn't given me any like looks or anything yet. No surprise.
Just letting us one slide then.
Right. But he starts calling out to the nurses and everything that have already started a little bit of triage, and he's basically calling things in. And at some point, turns and looks at you and says, "Would you like to assist me?"
Yes.
Very good. And like reaches out his hands, and a nurse comes up with a like bowl of boiling water that he rinses his hands off, grabs some soap, cleans them even better and very thoroughly, and then uses a cloth to clean his hands off.
I'll scrub up as well, and I'll leave my metal hand in there a little longer.
Okay. Like you can tell that he had to have seen your hand, but he doesn't seem to linger on it at all.
Yeah.
And then he starts performing surgery on those who need it.
Cool.
And like you've already done some first aid on some of these guys, so you've already like sewn up a couple of non-threatening things, or like you've sewn up.
I've packed their wounds with gauze.
That stuff too.
Dumped silver nitrate on it.
And he makes several comments as he goes, complimenting or not complimenting, depending on how well you did on each one.
Okay.
Make a surgery test for this. Instead of first aid, it's
Medicine.
medicine. That's right. And that is logic usually? Right?
Yeah, logic.
Make a logic medicine and an intuition medicine.
Okay. Will analytical mind come into play on that intuition?
Yes.
Logic medicine, 6 hits. Mental limit is 7.
Very good. You provide very good assistance in the surgery.
Intuition medicine. Analytical mind. Four and almost a glitch, but not 4.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell that he is testing you by, what he's having you do and how he's helping you help him. And then he is also judging your skills while you go. You can't quite get exactly what it is he's looking for, but you know he's definitely checking your technique and your capabilities and like asking questions, sort of like a medical doctor would be with a medical student to some extent. So some of the questions are just like, yeah, duh, I know that. But some of them are leading you in other places as well.
Okay.
And yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing as well.
That was my next question.
He's very skilled and uses tries to limit basically what he's doing, cutting anything that he doesn't have to. So he's trying very much to leave as much of the body intact as possible.
Sentimentalist. Although they probably don't have the cyberware infrastructure to replace all the flesh with chrome, so.
Yeah. Once you guys are finished and are cleaning up, and you've seen to everybody here now, he's like, would you care to follow me? Some tea should be ready for us now.
Sure.
And he walks into a back room, and sure enough, there is a set of very fine china, a whole setup, sitting on his sort of on a desk in this room. It has a couple of bunks in there, and a desk that has various little pieces of this and that there on it. And he serves both of you tea.
Let's see. What do I have? Nothing. Okay.
I'll be looking to see if you have any knowledge skills about tea.
No. I could exactly remember if I had put if I either purchased or built in olfactory sensors.
Oh, gotcha. And do give me an etiquette test here.
Yay. Can I make a academic knowledge medicine test to aid my etiquette test?
Not for this one.
Okay.
He's already checked your medical knowledge.
That would be 1 and a glitch.
Okay. I suppose you probably notices you checking for poisons. You're a little bit too obvious about it. But and also
Open the slot to the anti-venoms in my arm.
well, he also sees you waiting for him to drink before you touch anything, even though he'd served you first.
Yeah. Is this guy? Well, you said he's not in uniform, right?
Not really. I mean, he has like a patch on his robes that is a military patch for his name, but that's about it. Otherwise, he has no insignia or anything.
Okay.
Make a perception test while you're in this room. Also, visual.
Oh, wait, yeah. I was gonna say, I know it's there. And I have radiance vision. 2.
All right. The room has a bunch of accoutrements of different sorts. Some of them look like gifts of one sort or another. So they don't really match anything else in the room, but they look like they're finely made items of whatever sort. So there's some pictures that are hand drawn, various pieces of china. There's some flowers. There's actually several different vases of flowers in here, some of which seem to be more on the dead side. So
Yeah, they've been here a week or more.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how long have you been head of surgery?
Well, head has been, maybe 20 years. It's been a while. And you? What brings you to the mountain?
The war.
War.
War never changes.
Yes. The war meets all of us at some point. Even here, I often work on those who have been injured by the war, in whatever way.
So, command is at least doing something.
Oh, yes. And then he kind of like furrows his brow a little bit. Perhaps this would be a better conversation to have if Ike were present. I haven't seen him in a long time. Is he here at the mountain?
No.
Oh, don't tell me he passed away. He always did say I would help him.
Yes. It is easy to outlive those who are murdered.
And his face doesn't change a bunch, but it does freeze, like his facial expression. And you can see his eyes doing something back there, like there's thoughts going on. And then he slowly, carefully puts down his saucer and teacup.
I will drink a long, slow sip.
The punctuated.
Yes.
How you like me now, bitch?
So they are moving in the open now.
Not exactly.
No?
Only about 8 of us made it here.
I see.
Do you know a Colonel Cumberbatch?
Yes.
He sent a platoon of men, and they blew us up. Collapsed the tunnel. And we rebuffed their attack and captured some of the attackers, which is how we have the intel that it was Cumberbatch who ordered it.
And you see his like eyebrow going up as you say all this. If that is the case, then I'm afraid we are all in very real danger right now. And you see him like look towards the door that was he left shut.
So you were trained by a peddler.
No. Quite the opposite.
That's going to rattle around in my brain for a 1 second.
This is a fairly elderly guy here.
Just because he's Asian doesn't mean he's not as old as he says he is. I mean, those genes, though.
Yes, but from my perspective, they've always been there.
Yeah. Did Kid make it?
I don't know. He may still be alive in the vault. I don't know. They were at the back of the column.
He did always have a tendency to survive otherwise life-taking situations. But I'm afraid we're going to need to move now. Your soldiers here,
Oh, we know we're in danger.
they should be okay if we leave them. But I can't guarantee it. But right now, there's someone we need to meet. The others that you came with, where are they now?
I'll check my heads-up display in my eye where they're at.
You see them, let's see how far.
It looks like they are
About
at the supply.
120 meters to the northeast. Northeast. Oh, that's a problem. We need to go quickly.
I'll stand up, put the tea down real quick, probably slosh some over in the saucer.
He does notice that, but doesn't make too much of a comment of it, and then moves to like a curtain that just seems to be part of the decorations in the room, and pulls it aside, and there's a door in the back of the room. This may be preferable.
Put on my coat
And
and take the safety off my gun. or rather tell it to unsafety itself.
You classy mother, you.
That is the benefit of having direct neural interface with your weapons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fact.
He takes you out the back of this building, and there's sort of like a couple of other structures that are at the back, like storage structures of some sort, and you kind of weave your way through them. And he says, do keep your eyes open, and ears, for that matter. Yes, we know that they have, there are agents acting against us here in the city. We just haven't been able to detect them.
I will send a text message.
To just the group in general.
Yes. They know they're compromised. We are in danger. On my way.
Oh, one last thing he grabs before he leaves the room is he goes inside of like a dirty clothes hamper, reaches in, you hear a clicking sound, and he comes out with a pit boy on his left arm.
Ooh.
The hamper's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could fit New York in there.
So anyway, the rest of you guys, you're still at the supply depot. You were just stepping out when
We got the text.
when you got this text. You had just noticed somebody was watching you because he's not incredibly stealthy. Go ahead and describe yourself, Scott.
I'm about 5'8", 180 pounds, pretty well built, in full armor suit. I have a machine gun.
He's wearing
Halo assault rifle.
He's wearing power armor.
No,
Not powered armor, but a full armor suit.
You're wearing body armor.
he's wearing full on.
He's wearing
combat armor.
soldier's
Yeah,
uniform.
combat armor.
Okay.
From Fallout
have
Universe, it would be
2
called combat.
handguns. Have a huge sword strap to me. I think that's about it.
Do I see black hair, green eyes?
You can tell.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his helmet is full on cover.
Did you read my character sheet though?
Does he have?
I was guessing.
Does he have rank or insignia?
Do you have any insignia or rank? Because you have a position in the UEF military right now. You are a rated soldier.
So I'd be marked as that, and there's a the head of a gray wolf painted on my chest.
But what's the rank?
You got rank. Did you get rank at any point during it? Yes, because
Yes,
the last. So yeah, you have lieutenants. You're
Lieutenant.
second lieutenant.
Oh. Okay.
And did you have? Is it just Jax that you have, or do you have a last name?
Nope.
So it says second lieutenant Jax.
So he's got bars and it says Jax on this uniform. All right. I'm gonna tell how many suits of armor do I have? 4?
In your team?
Yeah.
Red and Blue Squad. Did they go there with you?
Yeah.
So you have
everybody's with
8
me.
guys.
So I have 8 power armor units.
Yep. And then the 2 of you.
Okay. Well, I'm not a power armor.
I know.
Yeah.
I said and then the 2 of you.
So I'm gonna have the power armor get into turtle formation, and I'm gonna call Jax over. But the unit itself is going to be in turtle formation, which means that the guys who are not armored are going to be in the middle. And if you would have a conversation, you'll do it through my power armor.
Yeah, this is the first time.
Yeah.
This is probably the first set of power armor you've seen. Well, no, you've seen plenty of. I mean, in the supply depot behind them is actually 2 rows of power armor that are currently deactivated and guarded at all times. But there's not a whole lot of power armor in the city. Usually the only time people walk in the city with it is the Jägermeisters from down south in Florida province.
And theirs is cobbled together.
Yeah, and theirs is like completely cobbled together, and every single suit is unique. These suits are a little bit too uniform. They are not Jägermeisters.
There's slightly different shades of blue and there's slightly different shades of red.
Yep.
One of them's orange and one of them's pink.
These guys are way too obvious. Way too obvious.
Okay. So while I was watching them, do I notice anything like rank identification?
Yes. There is.
I vanish, by the way.
Oh, you're going to turn on your active camera?
Yeah, as soon as they get the text, they know we're here. We're probably in danger.
So yeah, you've been watching them. They turned around, kind of seemed to look in your general direction, and then all of a sudden they're like all or finger to their ear almost kind of moment. And then one of the guys vanishes and all the other guys come to combat positions. Their leader is
the actual Latin formation is or beaten.
Or beaten.
Sure,
That's what
but
you call for. That puts everyone in a ring around target.
I understand that strategy. I'm calling it the turtle formation in form of Chinese.
Okay.
What is your rank in character?
I am a colonel.
Colonel. Okay, so you guys are colonel. Or was it?
That's 30. Oh no, you're right. I am a captain.
Yeah,
Because we're both captains, you just have to say
Yes, you were captain, not colonel.
Wait,
You would have
how
been
many?
you would have been major if you had gone all the way up. So
Yeah.
you're a captain.
How many points in rank do you have? If I check my rank, shit, it's a quality. I know. I'm looking for it. 25.
Yeah, is at 25. That's captain.
And then I'm at 20, so that makes me what?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, yeah.
Oh, what's the rank?
So you call me over?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you out by your name and have you come stand front and center.
I will go stand at attention and salute.
I'll salute back and ask you if you have something that you're interested in the shadows.
He wasn't hiding that well.
I know he wasn't.
I'm sitting. What I was here for?
What's that?
What was I here for?
You were watching that, or you saw him come through town, and just a second. Let me pass a secret note.
Secret note time. I'd like to take this moment to thank all the Patreon subscribers who voted for Kerrigan's Ghostbusters game. So thank you, BJ, and thank you, me.
Me? Is that person Chinese?
No, that's me.
Yeah, me. Asian Chinese? Something like that? So, okay.
But they didn't show up with that individual.
Who's on first?
And strangely enough,
No, who's a doctor?
his his name tag also reads Jackson.
I was supposed to meet people here with Mr. Jackson, and you don't have him with you.
I'm the only Jackson in this division.
Are you Malcolm?
No, that was my father.
He's supposed to. You were supposed to bring him here. I was supposed to meet you guys.
My father's been dead for an indeterminate amount of time, shot in the back, and left to preserve in the cold winter ground.
Oh, the doctor won't like that.
Everybody make a perception. Well, no, everybody.
Yeah, you might want to be careful. I'm about to get real there.
That's
intuition perception?
Yes.
Sight, sound.
Doesn't matter, but regardless of before you roll, regardless of which you are taking a -4. Well, tell me what types of gear you have to enhance perception, and I will tell you whether or not you're getting a -4.
My freaking helmet.
I'll let them go first.
Okay, what do you have in your helmet?
I have binoculars, low light, a camera, comlink, thermovision, magnification, flare compensation.
All right, yep, you're still taking the -4.
Oh, vicious.
Yep.
I have flare comp and dark.
Thermo.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're still taking the -4.
Flare com, thermographic magnification, smart.
And what was that? Smart leech. Okay, yeah, you're still taking the -4.
I have the only thing I have in my eyes that they haven't said is low light
Okay.
I have
and,
low
and
light too.
microscopic. But on my ears, I have increased spectrum,
Mm,
and then I also have a motion sensor,
okay. What is the range on the motion sensor?
50 meters. I think, or 25 meters. Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look that up because that's relevant. That is the first relevant thing that gets around this detection method, or indetection method, I suppose.
Did I also roll stealth? Since I did just vanish.
Yes.
What stuff do you want?
It's agility plus stealth, and then people will get a penalty equal to your
rating of my armor, yeah.
Yes. Well, it depends on which version you have. The one out of the core book gives them a penalty. The one in the
This
running
one's in run faster.
run faster.
The root of the whatever.
No, that's run.
Yeah, run the gun. Sorry.
Run the gun. Polymer 4.
Oh man, I just rolled nuts.
I'm not actually rolling yet until we hear this changeover, but my practice rolls, I'm glad I got out of the way.
I would say that's cheating, but whatever.
Well, I'm not even using the right dice size.
And do you remember which book the
Motion sensors in the main book.
It would be under electronics most likely.
Yes.
This part of the episode I will be deleting. Ha ha ha.
Nice.
Watch, he forgets to delete it.
I will.
Yeah.
I most likely will.
So,
Hello, future peoples. If I forget to delete this part, please leave a message saying Tim is an idiot.
DRM is slowing everything up for me right now.
can I leave that message anyway? Just to make you go back and double check.
Okay, I think motion sensor.
You're not
25 meters.
Okay.
Maximum range of 25 meters.
Okay.
All right, let me see what the radius is on that map.
Hey, that's better. That's better than the ones in Halo. Those are only like 15 meters. He's kind of Nobody's happy with the captain's anger. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. And if I get attacked and you just mention my father, it's gonna be ow.
Are you taking the lead, or are you having Dr. Who take the lead? Because he'll go at a decent pace, but if you try to go faster than him, he will allow you, or like he's not going to try to speed up.
I think I'm going to be fast walking this.
Okay. That's basically what he's doing too.
Yeah, just because I don't want to be drawing attention to myself, because everyone pays attention to somebody running.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I am moving as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Which should be about 8 meters a turn.
I think he's moving at about the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, do you want to be in the front or following him?
I'll be probably slightly in front of him, I think.
Okay. Because you have the basically the pan telling you exactly where they are.
Yeah.
But he seems to know where you guys are going as well.
Yeah.
And you're taking a back road to there.
Okay.
All right. So okay, for everybody else, perception tests. Two. And then you will do two different. Well,
I can do two different ones.
roll with the -4, and then roll the other 4 separately.
Okay. I got a 1 on my perception, but I got a 4 on a 5 on my stuff.
5. Or no, I'm sorry, 6.
You got 6.
Edge.
Oh, you used back on it.
Oh, that could have been 7.
Well, I can accept that in this situation because you're doing active perception.
Got 1 on my dice pool with the -4, and then with the extra 4 dice, I got 1.
Okay, so 2 total. Yeah, the motion detector is just not quite sufficient right now because of the number of people that you're passing through. It's just getting kind of overwhelmed with everything.
Okay.
However, with that lucky edge test there, you had noticed that the sunlight was reflecting off one of the power armor suits behind you in the rows, like off their visor. And you catch like a shadow come between the two for a second. And you kind of turn to look. And as you do, amazingly enough, you notice that there is a difference in a couple of the suits. And then you look closer and realize that there has been an extra device attached at about knee level on several of the suits. And then as you're looking, you see sort of the shadow move. And it's kind of like if you've ever seen Star Trek, when one of the ships activates there's cloaking, you kind of see the little blurriness, little shimmer, and then it kind of vanishes into the background.
How many of my power armor suits have devices on them now?
No, it's not your guys. It's the ones that are in straight rows behind you.
Wait, the armor behind us just went invisible.
No.
No.
Something went invisible. It is invisible near them. And they now have devices attached to them.
Using my understanding of demolitions, can I check to see if they're demolition
Go for it.
charges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Four.
Yeah. The way they're positioned, it looks to be set up so that it will provide the maximum amount of distraction. If those were explosive devices, that's where you would put them to destroy the most of the armor, because they're set at leg level so that when they go off, they'll basically break out what's keeping them up, and then they'll collapse down into themselves, causing secondary damage.
Based on what I saw, and knowing where the next power armor set the charge should be placed, knowing my understanding of the demolitions, can I focus fire in that area?
Well, here's the thing. They seem to be all
the devices are already set?
Yes. From what you can tell, they're already set. And the shimmer you saw was basically the guy leaving that area, and that's where you caught it. It was pure luck that he walked through that reflection, or she, or it, or whatever.
And I can't. Okay. Can I use?
You have a bead on this being right now.
Uh-huh.
So if you wanted to just turn around and whip out and start firing on him, you could.
I mean, I could.
You currently have them detected.
You have a shotgun?
Huh? Do I have a shotgun? No, but I have 8 suits of power armor with miniguns.
They do not all have miniguns.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. I have enough miniguns that
Shotguns
I can
would be
a shotgun. I've got a Gauss rifle.
Sarge has a shotgun.
All right, I'm going to do...
He loves a shotgun.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my Gauss rifle and use my piercing strike, plus my reach out and touch, plus all of my qualities to reach out and touch somebody right now.
While you have perceived the person, hitting them is still going to take the -4 penalty.
Okay.
Because of the way their armor is acting. You are getting no thermographic imaging on this person. You are getting no visual other than the little bit of a shimmer, and there's no sound coming from them that you can hear.
Okay.
In fact, you don't even see any footprints.
I'm just using basically my
But that's not a big deal, seeing as they're walking across pavement right now, or cement.
I'm basically using either my tactics or my strategy skill to get an idea of where I'm pretty sure they're going to be walking by at that time.
Well, we can do that separately. It won't affect it for all of you.
This is another edge roll for the cat.
Okay.
I just feel like being a lucky cat today.
What part are you on, Ben?
No, not so much.
All fives.
Yeah,
How many?
3.
Oh.
You got 3 successes?
Yeah. On a guy who probably doesn't even see it coming.
Well,
I'm surrounded by power armor. He doesn't know I noticed him, and he's trying to get away before he sets
might
off an
know it's
explosive
yours.
charge.
You might.
Oh no, he's aware of you guys.
Well, I'm sure he's aware, but he doesn't know that I'm aware of him, and that I just...
No, but he's still going to get his defense on it.
Savage.
And he got 5 successes. Wow. Yeah, range is not going to matter in this one. You guys are close enough together.
No.
So yeah, you go and you're just like, "Whoa," and you're like pulling it out, aiming at this guy, and it kind of slows down for a moment as you're going to fire on this guy, and you see the shimmer like tuck and roll just as you fire off, and it goes behind a shipping crate kind of thing.
Keep them there.
So I want to... Blue team's going to focus fire right. Red team's going to focus fire left.
Yeah, now I'm going to go down the middle and kill.
And I'm going to go over the shipping crate.
Right.
Okay. As soon as she like spins and fires, I have my rifle at the ready.
You better not. A, you're standing at attention, and B, you can't have a rifle at the ready in front of a superior officer unless we're in the field.
Well, he had this rifle like out to
Okay.
begin with, like across
And
his
the
chest,
rifle.
and
So
so
then he
at
probably
the ready
had it
is
here.
this. It's just sliding it forward.
All right.
I might be at attention, but we just entered a combat situation.
So yes, I'm going to have all you guys roll initiative.
yay.
Would you like me to roll initiative for red
Wait,
and
hold
blue?
on a second before you do. If you're going to be rolling in the system.
Cool.
Even if I do set out and put a demo squatty in there, I'm probably going to get killed.
Yeah, you could always send in Donut. He somehow seems to always survive.
Do either of you have electronic warfare?
I don't even think I have computers. No, I do.
have hardware and software and computer, but not electronic warfare set suite for my systems.
Yeah, I don't have any electronics on the computer. You ready for us to roll initiative?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I know Jenkins was my computer guy. If I remember correctly.
That's actually close to what I rolled on the die.
Hey, Harris. What's your modifier?
8.
Okay, you're going first. My modifier 7.
Well, I got 12.
Oh, well, then yeah, you're still going first.
Right. So for did you roll your initiative?
Yeah, I got 30.
30? All right.
Christ on a crumpet. The boy ain't right.
Is that because when he comes back, he's going to be part of the bourgeoisie?
When he comes back, what?
He's going to be part of the bourgeoisie because he said Christ on a crumpet instead of on a cracker.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm glad you got that. I didn't really want to have to explain it.
So yes, as this he turns and takes the shot, everybody starts jumping. Oh yeah, I need to roll for Red Squad and Blue Squad.
Oh, that's why I was asking you. Do you want me to do it, or
No, I'll roll for them. Let's see. Their intuition is really not that high. Their action is okay, but not that great either. So I'd say on average, maybe 1d6 plus 6.
Yeah, not bad.
Hoorah, Red Squad. Oh, bite me, boy.
You're not sure exactly what he shot at, other than to say that he like whipped around and fired at something, or fired pretty close to where the power armor seats were.
All right. So at this point, 'cause I don't know what he's firing at, and he is the highest ranking officer, I am merely going to have my rifle ready. I'm going to be watching, and I'm just going to be in a protective stance, watching his back.
Okay. You can, Does this allow an Overwatch kind of thing in this one, where you just
You're ready his action to fire.
If I see anything coming threatening either myself or him.
Solomon.
Hey, did you point it? Okay. So
Yes, he pointed with the end of his barrel.
Yeah.
Right
It's
there.
that way.
And actually, from where you're at,
Do you have tracer rounds?
oh wait, no, you moved yourself back into.
Do you have tracer rounds?
It's a gauze rifle, so there's a blue bolt that goes.
Oh,
flying off from my weapon.
I just moved myself there to get make sure we got the initiative.
Oh, gotcha.
I did move away from the group.
For just a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put myself.
Yeah, he basically fired past your shoulder and wait. Okay. So that's where you want to be?
Yeah, that's where it was. I just moved myself up there for
He fired right about there.
right in front of me.
Yes. In fact, yeah, like he nearly shot you. You can tell he wasn't aiming at you specifically,
And besides, I trust him. We grew up together.
but not very far away.
Yeah, you can basically tell by the reaction and
Because
the
you're
way
over
the
there by
barrel
the
came
armor.
through. Yeah.
Okay. I don't see anything, do I? No.
Nope, not with the perception you got.
Hold on.
Of course, you could just drop a grenade at your feet and hope for the best.
Do that. You should totally do that. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm not gonna drop it at my feet. I'm going to toss it at where the
Bolt went.
where the bolts went.
So you're going to toss a grenade.
No,
into
wait.
the power
What I'm
armor?
going to do
Yeah.
is I'm going to, judging on where he shot and the fact that there's not a dead body there, I'm going to predict on how a person would avoid the shot and where they would go. So kind of using tactics to kind of predict where he would have moved.
Okay. Because you're basically at the end of a shipping crate, and he fired like basically at the door of it,
Mhm.
and then there's a gap between it and the next crate.
Mhm.
So that, I mean, make a
In between the
tactics
crates.
roll real quick.
Okay.
Intuition tactics.
And I'm going to spend edge.
Okay. You don't need to spend edge on this.
Oh, yeah, you're
You really
probably
don't.
right.
You're right. I would
Man
roll
wants
that.
to be lucky lad.
Yeah, if he wants to be lucky, you can go for it, but you don't need it.
You spend it on the attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess so.
When you're firing blind.
pretty much what I did.
I'll just do that.
Well, you don't even need it on a grenade roll either. Unless you have really bad throwing.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
That's good enough. You would say that whatever he was shooting at is definitely in between the crates right now. The only
Chucky
other
salsa.
place it could be is on top of the crate.
I'm thinking we actually want to take this guy alive, maybe.
I just shot a hyper-powered plasma bolt at him. You think I want to take him alive?
Yeah, never mind. Grenade.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah, grenade, toss it, jump back, run backwards.
Okay.
Or run away from it.
All right. Give me. It's agility throwing. You have to make at least 3 successes to get it exactly where you want it. And if not, you missed your hold and it bounces back.
Well, it might bounce back.
Might bounce back.
Depends on hot potato.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Yes. Yes. You got it. You got it. You threaded the needle here. And what type of grenade is this?
It's a fragment.
Okay. Yeah.
Frag out.
This is going to be messy.
Well, I think it's going to get even worse now that I think about it.
Why? Well, the enclosed space with the grenade.
Added to the fact that probably the detonator that's in his hand is either going to be
Obliterated.
and it's going to cause the explosives to go off, or it's going to be obliterated. And we
It's
say,
right
"Yeah."
between the crates, so it might not. The crates might muffle the blast a bit.
Well, the explosion from your grenade is not going to affect the suits. However,
It might cause the detonate.
yes, it all depends on what kind of detonator he has.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know, so now I'm shitting bread.
Suck it, cocksucker!
All right. See,
There's
there's
the
a,
uncouth I'm rolling for.
what's the damage on the grenade?
Oh crap! I didn't write that down. Damage. I have it written down. That I have grenades.
Yeah, I don't carry frag grenades. Hey, did you factor
Drag
in?
is 18p.
Did you factor in his armor when I took that shot?
What do you mean?
Talking about?
Did you factor in the armor for the guy when I took the shot?
Well, I told you to take a -4 to your attack.
Yeah, but did you factor in my armor piercing against his defense?
You didn't hit
No,
him.
armor piercing is applied when damage. You're thinking roll damage.
Raj, you're right. I am.
So
You're so
how
smart.
much?
It's 18. You don't roll that though. This is applied to 18 damage is applied to his armor because he's in the blast radius.
It's going to be a little more than.
But it's going to be more than 18 because of the chunky salsa effect. And since it's on both sides, it's basically going to double and then double again.
And then again.
Well, and then another quarter, and then another quarter.
Yeah.
But that's assuming that the crate survives the initial blast,
Yes.
which it's not going to. Because that much damage applied to the crate is also going to
Well, remember,
take out
everyone gets +4 to their armor.
right from grenades.
Yeah.
But I think by the second wave, it's going to be tearing apart the crate wall as well. Because it's not the best of shape. These triggers. Yeah, no, there's no way this guy survives this.
Suck it.
He was not supposed to be seen. So yes, grenade goes off, and you do see bits of gore come flying out in basically a nice little mohawk kind of shape as it comes spraying up, back, and forward on either side of this crate. Also, both crates kind of rock a bit from the blast.
And then
Tim, I need you to tell me high or low.
Let's go with high. Duh.
You lucked out.
Oh.
That was a 6 for you folks listening abroad.
Oh,
Yes. And the charges do not go off.
The pucker factor was intense, dude. Having to call everybody to hit the deck was not going to end well. Not with guys in power armor.
Oh, there's no way they could hit the deck.
I know.
I mean, yeah, but
they can crouch.
they can be knocked to the deck.
They end up like turtles.
Yeah.
They can't get up.
No. So yes, grenade goes off, kaboom, and there's nothing left of whatever happened to be in there.
Suck it, jackwagons.
All right, so we're going to go.
Well, we're still in combat at this point.
Oh, what the hell?
yep, his backup is now going to counterattack. And I get to be the cavalry.
Oh, make sure you are playing Flight of the Valkyries when you cover.
That's not quite the tune there, champ.
No, it wasn't.
You mix Star Wars with like something else in there.
Just coming licking coconut shells.
I still have the
Coconut shells.
Oh no, I deleted it all. No.
What did you delete?
All the gore from the train station.
Oh no.
Should still be in the library somewhere.
I'll just wait. I'm going to create plenty of more gory mess here in a second when I tell a platoon of armored individuals to get into line formation.
This will work.
We're going to do line formation with concentrated fire. That is just one straight line of mass bullets and rockets, flamethrowers, and whatever else these guys are carrying all at once.
That'll work.
You realize you're sort of in the middle of a quasi-civilian area.
No, this is military section. Although the road right there in front of him has civilian traffic on it. Anyway,
I'm part terrorist.
it is time for a bunch of ninjas to go. I mean, say that out loud.
Damn. Ninjas. I think that was the line that was trailer trashed. In Cowboys versus Ninjas.
Okay, now I gotta find out what direction it is going. Gonna land in the middle of the squad. Jackson,
Yeah.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any protection against chemicals?
I have a respirator, internal air for 4 hours. And yeah, biohazard.
Oh, you do have some biohazard
I have a
protection.
bioprotection, yeah.
Okay, good.
And a Geiger counter.
We're at an hour.
I came out with armor and I'm not screwing around.
Okay. Basically, a grenade drops right in the middle of Blue Squad and starts spraying gas into the air immediately. And it's quickly filling up the area.
That's okay.
And then
Respirator down, biochem activated.
Where am I compared to Blue Squad?
you are about 12. Well, you're basically just a little ways in front of them, so you're maybe 6 to 8 meters away. And the radius of this 10 meters. Okay, yeah, you're just at the edge of the radius of this grenade.
Well, what I'm wondering is, since I held my action until something threatened me or him,
Yeah.
and if he's going to make the save,
It's not going to affect him immediately, but there is going to be another one coming in. Let's see what success spell it is. Oh, only one success. Now it's going to go twice the distance.
Oh, crap.
3 again.
what?
A second grenade lands effectively right on top of the first.
And does nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, who threw it?
This one came from somewhere in this direction.
Which direction?
It was to the west.
Or to the west?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fun.
What was your stealth again? 10-5?
Yeah, I rolled 5 on stealth, and I have level 4 of stealth.
Active camo. All right. We will be taking a negative 4 for this attack, but he's going to make it nonetheless. Go ahead and if they're undetected, they get a. There is no defense. Correct. Oh wait, let me reroll that. He's trying to hit. Critical glitch. Yes. You're like you just threw the grenade and you're seeing all the chunky salsa like kind of covering your face from it. At which point you hear a clang and look up to see a sword sticking into the crate right beside you, and it's kind of broke out of the shimmer. You can see a shimmery form right in front of you, like within arm's reach.
Huh. He's going to die.
It made no sound, and at all, other than the clang.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm going to kill that guy.
okay, he's still moving. Red Squad starts yelling that they're under attack and starts shooting in this general direction. And I say general. We're under attack!
They're coming right for us.
It's coming right for us. Carl, you hear some gunshots coming from the north.
Yep.
Well, you hear an explosion, and then you hear gunshots.
Oh yes, the explosion comes first, and it's much louder.
Gas mask on.
Okay.
And you can use your eyes to pop into our weapon cams or whatever cams.
That's not gonna do anything.
Well, the downside of that is if he's running at full speed when he does that.
He can see what we see, but he can't see where he's going. He's going to go, boom.
I'm not gonna do that.
He just ran into a bar.
It's 6 meters per tile,
So I can go 5.
5 tiles, or hexes. Go ahead. You can move yourself as you see fit.
And this is just forest and grassland between us, like a straight beam line.
This is actually tree cover right in front of you, right here. But there's a road, like a trail underneath.
Yeah, we're on it. Yeah.
There is some trees right here, and a larger section of trees plus a little bit of a hill right here. So you don't have direct line of sight on them.
Yeah.
You would have direct line of sight about the time you get about here.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to go off road.
Okay. Make a athletics test to see if you're able to, or running. Do you have gymnastics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So make a reaction gymnastics.
Or reaction. Okay.
It's either that or agility.
Same dice.
I think it's reaction for the
I have balance augmentation. Will that help?
Yes.
I should have bought 1.
All right. Reduce your distance by 1 tile, as you have a little bit of trouble with roots, trees, and whatnot.
Okay. And then I will make sure that I have a gas grenade loaded.
Okay.
In my underbarrel grenade launcher.
Okay.
I think that's. Well, I have rapid reload. That's fine. That'll be my turn.
Wait, don't I get to go?
Where? Oh, I didn't roll you in, did I?
No.
Sorry about that.
He's at initiative 11.
Yes.
Okay. Then actually, you're going first. Yes, it's your turn.
So I'm going to yell, scream, and cuss that they need to get their heads out of their asses and into cover and stop firing wildly, focus their fire, use their helmet augmentations to get a better look, and get into position. So I'm basically going to try to inspire them to fire more accurately.
Okay.
We can You could coordinate their suppressive fire.
That works too, either way. So would that go under strategy, tactics? I've got psychology I can do that with. Leadership.
No, we do a
Tactics.
leadership role.
Or leadership, yeah.
Charisma leadership.
Leadership, yeah. That is getting everybody's attention in the middle of a battlefield situation is charisma leadership.
Any bonus for my rank?
Yes, specifically. You get a 2.
+2, I think.
Thank you all.
It also adds to your social one. The quality does.
Yes.
Those were
What did you get?
4.
Yeah. They stop firing wildly. And you can see like their visors almost like change color a little bit as they start cycling through vision types. They're like, "Do you see anything? I don't see anything." There is nothing to be seen. Should I be firing anyway?
Then lay down, suppress the fire.
Between the two of them, you can cover 120 degrees.
Between the two squads?
Yeah.
So MacArthur's...
If you make each guy 15 degrees.
Yeah. But MacArthur's right in that line.
You can also hear a bunch of seals activating, but you know that at least some of the gas will have gotten in already. They weren't pressurized at the time of the grenade hitting.
All right. Let's see, what do I got here? Let's put... I want to provide a lane for MacArthur to move back towards us.
Okay.
So I want to coordinate fire to give MacArthur a lane that he'll get into unmolested and keep the surrounding
while we're
area
talking about this, you guys were basically at the gate when this started off, and there are a bunch of people from like not in full uniform soldiers to like some peasants pulling wheelbarrows to carrying bags and stuff like that are marching up the hill from the river that are basically right around you guys. And several of them are, screaming or yelling or holding desperately onto something.
All right. Now that I've got them paying attention,
none of them were within really 10 meters of you guys, though, because they
have to.
You guys tend to create a wide berth around you.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do. How do I want to set this up? Do intentional concentrated bursts in areas avoiding civilian contacts and casualties.
Okay.
So I want open spaces shot at and covered with intentional burst fire that will avoid
The first
and
grenade
limit civilian casualties.
came from somewhere north of you, somewhere up in this area. The second one came from somewhere in this area. And that's where Red Squad is firing.
And the two tokens near MacArthur are...
Those are the two suits, or 2 lines of power armor.
Okay, so I saved those lines of power armor. So move the map up for me, will you? Thank you. All right. So yeah, red's gonna cover left. Blue is gonna give Jax a firing berth.
Okay.
So that Jax can get back to us and fall behind the fire. And blue and red are both going to do intentional burst fire meant for suppression in low to no civilian casualty areas. Sometimes you got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet, but I don't want to break too many.
Okay. One glitch. That seems good. And the damage of the crate here, you see pieces of, well, you might not have a line on it, but Solomon, you can hear a little bit of squishing sounds. And then you see, like if you peek around the corner, you would see blood sort of floating in midair. And specifically, a hand is floating there, and then you see coming out of the hand a detonator.
Oh, fudge. And I've already used my turn to get my men into position.
Did you want to move anywhere, by the way? You are in between you're basically a quarterback right now.
Yeah.
In between the.
So they've gotten into line formation. They've given him a firing lane. They've got suppressed fire going into no casualty or little casualty areas. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Where did you want to move?
Towards the power armor.
Okay. In that case, you would probably see this fellow as well.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you have a direct line to him.
I'm sure I do, but I'm not paying attention to him. I'm paying attention to the explosives and the power.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you don't catch it out of the corner of your eye. I'm just letting you know.
If you want to give me that due to passive, then yes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But my focus is completely on demolition.
Got a single success, but he also glitched. And so the glitch is what's giving you the points.
Got it. So yeah, my focus from that point on is to try to strip bombs from the power armor.
We will end that's the end of this round, and we will pick it up again next time. And we find out whether we get another instance of chunky salsa from explosives in both directions instead of walls in both directions.
I'm totally playing Lancelot in this episode. Then I'll appear and kill everybody.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.